Okay. Is any of that even visible on stream? Maybe if I lower... Yeah, there we go. So notice how the base of the horns is brighter than the tip of the horns. I want to add a little bit more color difference. But that's the idea anyways, that's the vibe we're going for. When we add the wash, it'll look a lot nicer too, I think. Trust the process. Gotta trust the process, as per usual, with mini painting. I'll leave the light like this. I think it might be a bit easier. Avoiding these little rats is practically impossible. Makes more sense anyways to paint them after all of this is done. Okay. Then we want to add the darker color starting about halfway. So maybe a slightly further bit up. Maybe this bend over here. Can also hide any inconsistencies. So we put a bit of paint over here. And we grab some of the darker paint. Paint all of it over. Trying to create a transition from a darker to a lighter color. Darker towards the tips. Very good. Okay. Do you notice much of a difference? It's very subtle, isn't it? Yeah. Maybe it's a bit too subtle. May add a couple more blends. I feel like it's very hard to see. It's quite hard to tell. Yeah, it is quite hard to tell. I can tell it better in real life, I think, than it is on stream. I think it's easier to see in real life than it is on stream, but when we get to the next color, I think it'll be a little bit more obvious. Okay. Yeah, absolutely, Poison Raisin. I would love to see that. That would be the easiest place to do so, for sure. I'll go check it out in a little bit when I'm done with the horns, or with this base coat on the horns. We need a couple minutes anyways to wait until everything's dry. So that'll be a perfect moment to go check it out. But yeah, if you want to post it, that'd be sick. Yeah, a lot of creative folks on the stream. That's true, man. Bottom side of these horns is difficult. A lot of these areas are just very out of reach. It's not very straightforward painting this guy, I can tell you that much. This has not been the easiest paint job. I think it's turning out well, but pretty sure the reason these horns are made the way they are is so they actually have quite a bit of overlap in a lot of places for like structural integrity. Because if it's just a bunch of horns that go in every direction, it's hard to... Like if it tips over, if the model falls on the ground or whatever, the horns would probably break. But the way that it's set up right now, the horns actually touch in a lot of places. And it looks cool, but it shouldn't immediately break everything, you know? Just tricky to paint. Okay, so doing a little bit of wet blending again. Trying to see if I can get these two colors to go in transition. Taking some of the brighter color again. I'm just trying to paint them into one another. The color difference is so subtle anyways that it's hard to really notice it. But then when we get out on the other side, it definitely is a little bit darker. Okay. Pretty good. You're tempted to dabble into custom doll painting. Okay. After Stardust Memory, I'm so tempted to buy a Gunpla kit and build and paint your own Gundam. I worry about it since... It's okay, dude. Like, even if you fuck it up, what's the problem, you know? It's fun to try out something new. Like, even if you're painting or you're building or whatever is not as clean as you'd like it to be, it's still good, I think, to just do something that you think would be fun. You don't have to share it with anybody. You can just do it from your own home and try to make it good. If it's not good, try again. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. Yeah, they are expensive. They are expensive, fair enough. I still think it's worth giving a shot though, if it's something you've been considering for some time. Like anything creative, not doing it because you might fuck up. Like if that's like one of the primary reasons not to do it, yeah. Just gotta do it. Yeah, you can always cover it up. You can just paint on top of it, for sure. What's going on, Avunche? Acrylics can definitely just be covered up pretty easily. The paint layers are so thin that... I mean, assuming you thin your paints, you know? The paint layer should be so thin that you can paint over it many times. Two thin coats on everything, bare minimum. That's probably the biggest beginner mistake you can make, at least with Warhammer, like not thinning your paints. Painting straight from the bottle without diluting it is a misplay. Thinning your paints a sufficient amount is actually kind of a tricky skill. But as long as your paint is not too thick and you don't goop up any of the details, you can paint over stuff. You could even strip all the acrylic paints. There are like paint stripping methods. If you've like gooped it up too much, you can actually strip all of it off and try again. Okay. Before we do the darker color, let me have a look at that Discord post you think that you put up there. Let me see. I guess it's in the general chat? Oh, I don't see it anywhere. Maybe the mini painting chat? Oh, here we go. Not strictly mini painting? Oh. Not strictly mini painting, but this is a print I made with a milk carton based printing plate. The surface is scraped, inked, and printed using a printing press. Damn, that is cool though, dude. Very different than mini painting for sure, but that is sick. Really nice. Very creative. Yeah, cool. What's up, Agentex? Hello, Shiny. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of wet blending towards a darker color still. Don't really know exactly what color I want to go for. Probably something like this. So I want to use this really just on the tip. So I want to have somewhere over here, I think. I want it to transition towards not quite a black, but maybe I'll do like a little bit more black towards the very tip. That'll be a next step. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of the original base color and try to blend these two colors together so we can create hopefully a smooth transition. Okay. Should be good. Should be good. Ceramics are your jam. Your friend already requested a lore accurate ceramic skooma bottle. It's nice to try out different things, right? I've never done anything like that before, but it does sound fun. Same idea. Get some of that color on there. Take some of the other base color. Try to blend them together without making it look like garbage. I think that works. Okay. So that's definitely visible. A little different than the previous things. You should totally try milk carton printing. Maybe Pete is lactose intolerant. What do you do if you're lactose intolerant? Can you still print with a milk carton? I don't think that's allowed. Lactose intolerant people have to stay away from milk cartons. You never know. They might get the shits. Gotta be careful. Trying to do the same thing over here. Pretty good. You're not lactose intolerant? Good, 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 good. Yeah, yeah. Lactose intolerancy. Do we allow that on streams? I don't know, dude. What about we just ban all the lactose intolerant people, huh? Right away. That's where we draw the line. There's like a little questionnaire you fill out. If you answer lactose intolerancy, straight to jail. Milk drinkers, rise up. You've had oat milk once in your life? Guess what? Also, straight to jail. Right away. You consider almond milk to be a superior alternative? Straight to jail. No, no, no. We'll allow it, we'll allow it. What if you're Canadian and you want to be doing a printing press using milk cartons, but milk comes in bags? We gotta get to the bottom of this milk carton situation. Packed milk printing does not have the same ring to it, man. We have optional bags available for regional milk. Optional bags? I do like that. Quite a harsh transition here, but I think it's working. I don't think lactose intolerance is very common in the Netherlands. We eat so much dairy over here, dude. It's actually kind of nuts. Normal milk. Most things aren't a problem for you. Oh, that sounds like lactose intolerance, Malvarot. Straight to jail. Right away. Most things don't bother me. Ay, ay, ay. Outing yourself, dude. Lactose intolerance speech detected. We need to program Lowko bot. This is why AI was invented. What if he's innocent, Lowko? What if he isn't? Make him swim in a vat of milk, see if he survives. That is how we determine whether or not the weakness has been detected successfully. Do the milk test. You have a genetic analysis? Damn. I thought the swim test was a good idea, but maybe there's a better method. Vote for me, and lactose intolerance will be a thing of the past. In the Netherlands, we have a lot of one-party issues, you know? Or like one-issue parties, rather. Where they have like really only one stand. They just have one thing that they really want to get through to people. This will be my only thing. I will have no opinion on anything else. Like the PVV. I mean, they've been forced to do some other opinions too over the years. More like the BBB, yeah. Okay. It's not the cleanest, but I don't think it's the worst either. I quite like it though. I don't want to have too extreme of a color difference there. A little bit of a different color is nice. Ooh. Nice. You can cure lactose intolerance by drinking milk for 2 weeks? Really? I don't think that's true. Trial by fart. Right. Okay, I think we're gonna apply the wash. I'm excited for the wash. It's gonna bring out the details, but first I'll have to blast it with the air dryer. Or the hair dryer, rather. Ba-ba-da-ba. Prepare your low hots, gentlemen, ladies, everybody else. Gotta make sure the tips are dry. Full power! Full power! Okay. Sorry. More Lowko? No, we're done. Okay, I'm actually very excited for, the shade. I think the shade is gonna really draw out the detail. At least that's what I'm hoping. Are you done, Lowko? Maybe. Maybe I'm not. We're gonna use a little bit of the Battle Mud Wash. You tuned into the stream at the perfect timing? Nice. You consumed regular milk and products for like 35 years till I started buying lactose-free milk. I know in some places you just have to default as lactose-free milk, right? Okay, let's see. We'll just start at the base and we'll go from there. We'll have to use 2 brushes again, I think. This is quite a strong wash. I do want to make sure I apply it all over the horns. Including this little beginning area. It's gonna take a while to dry, by the way. So maybe we won't be able to get to highlighting the rest of it today. But this should be quite a significant step forward. This is gonna take like 40 minutes to dry. Sometimes if you use the hair dryer or the blow dryer, it gets a little bit of a strange texture. You don't really wanna go too ham here. It's gonna look a banger. Dude, this is gonna look way better when this is finished. Just gotta be careful that I don't get any crazy pooling or any extreme color differences here, but just paint perfectly. Right. That's what I'm trying to do. I still feel like washes are almost like a cheat code in painting, dude. So these are basically just very thin paints that will automatically settle in all the recessed areas. And that's where the pigment will obviously accumulate. Which is why it's gonna add a lot more depth in the shadows. Now it's gonna also shade the whole thing down. So we will have to brighten some of the areas back up. Especially highlight all the raised areas, but it does feel like a hobby cheat. Yeah, there are some elitists out there that refuse using these type of techniques. And those people are insane. Look at that. Look at that horn. Doesn't that look way cooler? It's gonna take a while before it's dry, but... You gotta finish your PhD thesis before Christmas? Anxiety is hitting hard? Oh no. What's the subject, Crispy? I will have you know, I'm a bit of a ChatGPT expert. Theoretical physics? Don't worry about it, dude. It's all theoretical. You can just write whatever, bro. Just say, it's just a theory, bro, to your professors. I too have a theoretical degree in physics. All my homies have a theoretical degree. Just make stuff up, man. You're doing solid state transport. So basically what happens is the electro stuff does its electro magic. That's my theoretical physics understanding. So basically it does the thing where it like transfers the stuff. And normally it would do the spinny spin. But you don't have to do the spinny spin anymore. It can do it minus the spinny spinny part. Just don't use the word spinny spin though. That's a bit of a noob trap. Use it, call it like analog or something cool, you know? See you chef with that though, dude. That does sound pretty stressful. Thanks for the help. No worries. No worries. I'll send you the invoice later. Dude, getting a PhD in physics is pretty sick though. I feel like having a PhD in general is pretty fucking cool. Is it less cool now that telephone books are not very common anymore? I remember we used to get the telephone book and then for some people's name it would say doctor in front of it, you know? Like I feel like that was about half the reason to get your PhD. So you could be doctor in the telephone book, but we don't get those anymore. Is it even still worth it? Also, did I just show my age? I may have. It's still cool in your email signature? I guess that's true, yeah. You can be doctor on Facebook as well. I also have, like it says Lowko TV PhD for my usernames too. It's just that PhD stands for pretty huge dick. got him, dude, sorry. Got him. Didn't even have to go to school for that one, dude. GG. Proxy hatch destruction. That's only for Protoss players, though. They destroy proxy hatcheries all the time. You can update your Twitch username too. I know we have a bunch of people that have doctorates in the stream. But maybe it's a real flex to have a doctorate and then not put it anywhere, you know? Like your family knows, your friends know, maybe your boss knows, but nobody really knows. Maybe that's like the next level flex. And maybe also in physics, like that's one of the downsides of getting a PhD in physics. I would imagine if you have a PhD in physics, you're going to be working with a lot of folks that also have PhDs in physics. Like it's less of a flex when everybody has one, you know? Like it's cool for us normies. Like us normies are like, wow, that guy is a doctor, right? It's cool for us. But maybe in the field of physics, I would imagine there's quite a few. Maybe you should put the title of Grandmaster in your Twitch usernames too when you reach that in StarCraft 2. How about that? Put that on your resume. You want to stay away from other PhDs in your area? Yeah, right, that's what I'm saying, but I feel like you're gonna be commonly working with more PhDs. Especially in physics. Because, you know, giga nerds and all that, you know? Artosis is your PhD reviewer. You've been working on your StarCraft Grandmaster PhD for already 2 years. Artosis is your final professor. Gonna fail, bro. I've got a feeling you're not gonna make it. Especially if you're a Protoss player. It's gonna be real hard. May as well fly your command center to the corner already. Get it over with. Oh no, the music stopped, but I'm in the middle of my painting thing. Chat, if the voices in your head get louder, just start talking to them. No, ignore them, ignore them. I'll put music back on in a second, okay? Just gotta finish this little section over here before we get ugly drawing lines. Did you guys know Brian is a spoken word artist? Fun fact. All right. You don't have voices, you just have tinnitus? Alright, music. Oh no. Some of the paint ran onto the forehead. Good thing I caught it, holy crap. Some of the paint ran onto the guy's forehead, but I think I saved it. Need to soak that up real quick. Yeah, that could have been a disaster. Luckily we caught that before it really got crazy. You sponsor a dairy farm? Good, Malvarot. Very good. Malvarot doesn't want to go to jail for his lactose intolerancy, so he decided to sponsor a dairy farm. Good. Good. I'm glad you're taking this as serious as we are. Like, some people just accept their lactose intolerancy, you know? They just accept it like it isn't ever important to them. As the chat box does get very silent all of a sudden, guys. Whenever we talk about lactose intolerancy. I can't help but notice that Twitch chat gets very quiet. It seems like about 50% of the people suddenly stopped. Dangerous. Very dangerous. Maybe we need to have an automated system. Maybe we need to have a different system rather than people, like rather than banning people that are lactose intolerant. Maybe we just start pre-banned. Everybody's banned, and you have to be listed. Like, you have to prove it. Drink a cup of milk. Eat a bunch of cheese. Yeah, that's a good point actually, Mickey. Mickey, is this lactose intolerant speech that I am hearing in the chat? Hold up right now, Mickey. Straight to jail. You drank a latte coffee with you? You did. You eat cheese and milk daily? Okay. Maybe it's lactose-free milk now. There's a chance you called ahead of time to check on the milk situation. I have a bunch of allergies myself, chat. It's not good. All right. We're gonna have to highlight those horns back up. But we're gonna let this dry. Gonna have to let this dry. Your mom drinks oat milk now instead of regular milk? She says it tastes better? Ay, 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 ay. Mickey, you were the chosen one. You were meant to destroy, not join them. D&D campaign where your character is... your character has a permanent debuff for lactose intolerance. When you think about it, allergies are basically just IRL debuffs. Like, for example, believe it or not, I have a cat allergy. Yeah, I have a cat allergy. I found out after I got a cat. It's really smart. I have to take daily medication for this shit. It's really good, dude. Highly recommend. It's one of my least clever plays. I did have a second one too. Yeah, I did have a second one. But he's very cute and fluffy. And I feel like that makes up for a lot. You have a shellfish debuff? How dare you put the spotlight on us, Lowko? Look, I'm just projecting my own insecurities, Malvarot. Yeah, I use a clean brush to wipe off some of the excess. Like, for example, over here we have a bit of an excess. So this brush is mostly clean. We can just kind of dip the paint in there, or dip the brush in there. Get rid of some of it. I will relayer some of these ends when it's dry. But because it's such a runny paint, I don't really want to be blasting it right now with anything. Because it's gonna mess things up. Yeah, this is a good step forward though. I think I'm best off just letting all of this dry fully. And I will do some of the relayering and highlighting and whatnot a little bit later on. Yeah, it does look way better now. I mean, it's a little splotchy in some areas. I don't know if you can see that properly. Maybe I can, hold up. Let me see if I can up the brightness a little bit here on the camera. There we go. Yeah. Honestly, I think we can let it dry a couple minutes and we could probably add some manual highlights if we want to. Yeah, we should wait a couple minutes. Just wait a couple minutes. We can try and do some highlighting. Or should I save that for next time? It's already getting pretty late, actually. It's already 2 PM, dude. I got games to play. Yeah, we're gonna add some highlights on it and it will look much better. Well, let's add a couple of highlights. Just a few, just a few. Just to give it a little shot, see what we are gonna be left with. I want to use a little bit of this color, which is called Onyx Skin. Couple of highlights is a little treat for ourselves. Exactly.
What do pirates say on their 80th birthday? I'm 80.
I'm 80. Thank you very much, T-Neon, for the support, man. Welcome back. Okay, I'm gonna just gently blast it with the hairdryer from a distance. All right. That should be enough. You hate raisins? Oh no. First lactose intolerance scene, now we're hating on raisins? What the hell is this, chat? Ban this man. I too dislike raisins? Oh my god. We might need to do a little bit of banning. A little bit of bannage. It's just better that way. Okay, so I want to do a little bit of relayering in some of these areas. And then I want to turn it almost into like a highlighting on the other areas instead. So I think I'm going to start over here in the middle. Try and follow mostly like the highlighted sections over here. And we'll make this thinner as we go in either direction. I'll change some colors as well. Add a little bit of color variety in there. But stay out of the recess bits. Thank you very much, Pete. Gifting a sub to the Poison Raisin. Appreciate that. Just skim the brush around the edge. Follow the ridges. So mostly using a bit of a thicker highlight in the middle. Trying to make them a little bit skinnier over here. I think that's good. Okay. When did the horns get so fancy? Today. Today. I want to get a little bit of a brighter highlight near the base of it. So we're getting a little bit of a brighter color for it. Glad you like it, Bimeen. So this is going to be a bright color. This is the brightest I want to do. I wonder if this is too bright. Okay. Kind of copy it on the other end as well. Nah, this paint dries extremely quick. That's one of the downsides of acrylic paints. The working time is very low. But it also dries slightly different than... Like, it's also the shininess, I guess, at this point that is a little bit different.